Ooh, what's going on, guys? This is Mia Sid. So some new Dark World support has been announced for the structure deck, and I think this is the final wave, and you guys might have a little heart attack because they're freaking insane. I can't believe Konami's actually putting such a huge effort towards making the Dark World deck an actual real thing. And the thing about Dark Worlds is that it's the kind of deck that already gets inherent support from like archetypes that, you know, just inherently want to discard cards, get cards to the grave, such as the Danger archetype, the Punka archetype, etc. So yeah, Dark World is that kind of deck that doesn't really necessarily need a lot to be broken, but once it gets broken cards, it definitely becomes like very scary. And if you can give it more consistency cards, more draw cards, because that's definitely what we want, this deck is probably going to be unstoppable. So before we get into reviewing any of these cards, my man, if you're not subscribed already, what are you doing? Subscribe to my channel, smash the like button, you already know it, and now let's get right into it. First of all, this picture is actually kind of hilarious, LMAO. It kind of reminds me of like the combination of Frieza and Palkia, except if I'm on crack. I'm probably on drugs, so yeah, let me know who the frick this character is. Yeah, no, it's kind of hilarious, LMAO. Anyways, the first card is Genta, Gateman of Dark World. Dark Fiend, you can only special summon Genta once per turn. You can discard this card to the grave, add one the Gates of Dark World from your deck to your hand. Wow, this effect is now once per turn, so drawing multiple copies of this is actually broken. If this card becomes banished and you control a Dark World card, you can special summon this card. Holy motherfucking mac and cheese. It will always get banished thanks to the effect of the Gates of the Dark World. So this and any Dark World is already like a combo that allows you to draw one card, get a revival back, and then trigger the effect of another Dark World. This is freaking insanity. So yeah, the first card is already off to a very, very freaking good start. And again, the fact that this is now once per turn, so drawing multiple copies of this is actually very good because the Gates of Dark World is also not once per turn. Well, it's a soft once per turn, but we love everything that's soft and not hard. Words taken out of context, holy shit. Anyways, the second card is Pearl, Hermit of Dark World. Probably sleeps a lot or something. Dark Fiend, level 1, yeah, 1 for 1 and stuff like that. Same stats as Kuribo, if I recall correctly. You can only use the effect of this card's name once per turn. Oh no, once per turn on a Dark World card? That's kinda sus. If this card is discarded to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target one Dark World monster in your graveyard, except itself, special summon it to either field. Oh yeah. You can revive back Guru to your opponent's field. Badass. Then, if this card was discarded by an opponent's effect, you can special summon one of your fiend that is banished in your hand or graveyard to either field again. What do you know? So you can actually basically double revive back Guru in case this card has been discarded by your opponent. But if this card was only discarded by yourself, you only revive back one Guru, and then, you know, you give it to your opponent and you do disgusting things. And even when you're not trying to revive back Guru, it's still a really good extender. So, yeah, goddamn, this is really freaking sick. I will take that again any day of the week. So these two monsters are freaking sick. Holy shit. This is for sure 3 of. I don't care what anybody says. And this is at least a 1 of, because you know, it's the fact that it's once per turn. So I don't know if you're really trying to max this card out of 3. But, yeah, we still have one final card because you already know it, Konami is always trying to entertain us with the best of the best. This card is Dark World Library. Yeah, yes. So continuous spell card, not a field spell because we obviously are trying to abuse both this card and the field spell at the same time. We're not really trying to make anyone jealous. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. No, not once per turn again. During your main phase, you can discard one Dark World monster. Sounds familiar. And if you do all Dark World monsters you currently control, gain attack equal to the discarded monster's level, multiplied by 100 until the end of this turn. So you can have fat Dark World monsters with this and kill your opponent at the speed of motherfucking light. Yeah, if you have like the freaking field spell, and this, you can end with like a freaking, I don't know, like 5k attack Grapha or something. I don't know, approximately a lot. Yeah, there we go. And discarding a Dark World monster, regardless of the rest of the effect, this is already very good. If your monsters whose original type is Fiend is discarded by the effect of a Dark World card or an opponent's card, okay, so even if you're discarding like Chupacabra, you can discard one card, then draw 2 cards. Ah, yes! This is always what we want to see. And you're not drawing just one card. No, no, no. You're drawing 2 cards. Again, discarding one card is not even like a negative. As a matter of fact, I'm actually very happy every time I discard cards because, I don't know, man, making myself neg is very beneficial, KEKW. But yeah, drawing 2 cards, discarding a card, gaining levels, discarding freaking things and then doing stuff. Whoa, hold on. The second effect triggers off of the first effect? Nani? This is kind of slightly stupid, isn't it? Let's read this again. If your monsters, whose original type is Fiend, is discarded by the effect of a Dark World card, not just like a monster or anything like that. Oh my god, Konami. I freaking love you guys so much. This is just insane. I can already imagine stupid combos that shouldn't exist with like this card with basically any Dark World in the alphabet equals you get to trigger a lot of effects and then you get to draw a lot of cards. And then of course if you're skillful at the game, you draw your 1-card starter, which would probably be Xiamin or Emergency Teleport, so you can do even disgusting E-Earth things. Potentially go into the Zombie Vampire with Chaos Ruler, mill 9 cards because we never have enough cards in the graveyard. Yeah, no. Wow, Jesus. Okay, so these 3 cards are freaking crazy. And again, it's not like the other cards were like, just a tiny little bit good. No. They were broken. We just needed more consistency cards, as I keep mentioning. Now, Now, the one issue that the Dark World deck still has a point of contention with, I don't know if that's the correct term, would be Droll and Logbird. If you Droll Dark World, I go pass. I can't really do anything unless my opening play is like the quick play spell, summon the fusion, and then instead of you drolling me, I transform your Droll into you make me discard a card. I discard Silva because I'm good at the game. I'm always gonna have Silva. And then I summon it back and I make you lose 2 cards. So now instead of having 4 cards in your hand and I'm under Droll, you have 2 cards in your hand, and I'm not under Droll. Moral of the story, if you're good at the game, you draw everything you need in order to cuck your opponent, and if you're bad at the game, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna draw 5 Dark World monsters, and you're gonna cry. That is story of my life regardless of what deck I'm playing. I could be playing Cyber Dragons, and I would be opening with 5 Dark World monsters in my hand, and I'd be like, this is not supposed to happen because I'm playing Cyber Dragons. But yeah, overall, what do I think about this structure deck? I think it's the crack. Oh my god, I'm so happy, man. Seriously, this is gonna be so exciting to play, and also the reprints are so beautiful and so unnecessary. I mean, Mind Crush after the freaking errata that made the card unplayable. It's not even an errata, actually. It's just a rulings change. Now you have to believe and trust your opponent. As if I could ever do that in the first place. Yeah, no, definitely not gonna happen. You're searching Gazelle off of Salamangreat Circle? Okay, I'll go Mind Crush, call Gazelle. I swear to God, bro, I don't have it in my hand, bro. I don't have it, bro. Yeah, sure, I just searched it, but it doesn't mean anything. It's not public knowledge. My hand is private, and it belongs to me, thanks to my, Insert X, freaking amendment here, even though I'm not from the US. You're not allowed to enter my property without my consent. So, yeah, Mind Crush, very funny, kick W. And then everything else, very beautiful. These cards are probably worth like 5 cents anyways. So a lot of value so far. I'm slightly sarcastic. But what is really important is going to be the new cards. So, yeah, Dark World, that kind of deck where you're probably not going to be buying the structure deck for, you know, the other kinds of reprints. But if you're trying to get a deck that could potentially be tier 0, we never know, man. Maybe people are not going to be playing Droll that format because people are going to be way too focused with other decks. This is definitely always going to be that sleeper tier 1-ish contender, maybe. Every single time I make like a prediction on whether a deck could be insane or not, I'm usually extremely right, such as with, you know, Tearlamance and Splight. I said that both decks were going to be tier 0, and look at where we are now. I was absolutely right on both, but sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, this deck is going to be insane, and turns out to be a total flop. Yeah, let me know, guys, how you feel about these new cards and also the older cards, because obviously I've already made a video on these cards, and I've already also made a combo video, deck profile, and everything. But now that we have these newer cards, I will be making an update featuring all of them. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace.